A&N.
The Virginia basketball team got its first road win of the season Monday night in Las Vegas, a 59-39 victory over the Runnin' Rebels. And, Coach, this was a very strong defensive effort by your basketball team. UNLV shot just 22%, and the 39 points, the fewest points they've ever scored in a game.
Yeah, it was an outstanding defensive effort. It was a physical game. It was like a wrestling match out there at times. And offensively, we really struggled, but our defense, I thought, kept us in the game and then really allowed us to stretch out the lead. And winning by 20 points on the road got us our first road win in that building where, you know, so many great teams have played was really nice.
Earlier, you had lost road games at Old Dominion and Stanford where you had second-half leads with about 10 minutes to play in the game. This time, you held on to the lead that you built at halftime, built on it in the second half. What was the difference in this game?
Well, I think that when we came out in the second half, UNLV actually attacked us a little bit. But we really, I thought, weathered that storm. We turned it up with our defense. We kept a good focus at the half-court level, getting the ball to Junior Burrow. He was outstanding, and we didn't beat ourselves during that stretch. And our defense was good enough where eventually UNLV just kind of lost all of their intensity because they just couldn't get anything to go.
Junior had 10 first-half points on 5 of 6 shooting from the field in this game, finished with a game-high 19. He has really stepped up in the last 6 games, averaging over 21 points and 9.5 rebounds a game.
Yeah, part of that I think we've got to give credit to his teammates because his teammates have done a good job of freeing him up and of getting him the basketball. But a lot of the credit also obviously has to go to Junior. He's working harder. He's more consistent in his approach overall. It's just much, much better.
He had an early tie in this game at 5, and then Virginia made an 11-point run to get an 11-point lead with 13.5 minutes left in the first half. That really helped you establish yourself.
Well, it really did, and I think you know, Jamal Robinson was really key. You see him here getting down on the break, but Jamal came into the game. Jason Wilford dislocated a finger. Jamal came in and immediately gave us a lift, hit a shot, and came up with some big rebounds that allowed us to stretch out that lead and have a little bit of a margin.
UNLV having all kinds of problems with your half-court defense. They shot just 17% from the field in the first half.
Yeah, again, we try to contest every shot, and when you do that, if you're really intense, and it makes it tough. And UNLV just couldn't get the shots to go. I thought our size on the perimeter was definitely a factor, forcing their shooting touch to be a little bit off.
Now, Nevada, Las Vegas got the lead down to 4 points late in the first half, and then Harold Dean stepped up, made 4 free throws just before halftime to stretch your lead back to 8 points.
Yeah, Harold, you know, he's continuing to get better. He played an outstanding game, I thought, against UNLV, and hitting those free throws I thought was really key for him. He's been struggling. He's been a little bit erratic from the free throw line, but in this particular instance, he made them count.
Now, Virginia's lead might have been even bigger except for 14 first-half turnovers, but you made the point after the game that UNLV was not able to convert those turnovers into points at the other end.
Right. A lot of those turnovers were offensive fouls or after we've gotten an offensive rebound and the ball went out of bounds, so those were a little bit different. I still don't like them, but those are different and enabled us to get back and get our defense set so they didn't get any easy shots.
You see some fast break baskets here by the Cavaliers. UNLV got no closer than 5 points in the second half, never really threatened down the stretch. And I think in this game, you didn't rush, the Cavaliers didn't rush offensively and built the lead to the final 20-point margin.
I tell you what, and that was really key because UNLV applied a lot of pressure on the perimeter and was extremely physical. A lot of hand checking, a lot of bodying out 25, 30 feet from the basket. And we used our patience, and we did a good job of moving them around, and then at key times running sets like we see right here. Just running a little two-man game on the side with Junior and Harold, and Junior showed great patience, and Harold knocked down the shot there. So when we had to in the half-court level, we were very patient.
And a solid offensive game for your team. Only 2 players scored in double figures, but you shot almost 49% from the field, 74% from the free throw line, both season highs.
Yeah, I mean, for us, that's great, 47% or whatever, and again, shooting from the free throw line, I think we're seeing that more and more often. We still aren't a great free throw shooting team, but I do see us improving in that area as well.
You know, we talked about the strong defensive effort, quite an effort on the boards, too. Virginia out-rebounded UNLV 48-30.
Yeah, we really needed that, and Yuri Barnes, I thought, was really key there. Yuri, I think, had 10 defensive rebounds to go with his 5 blocks. He didn't score a lot, but he definitely was a factor. I mentioned Jamal Robinson. Jason Wilford really attacked the boards also.
You mentioned the 5 block shots by Yuri Barnes. Chris Alexander had 3 as Virginia blocked 9.